everybody, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey, and I am joined today by my son, Aedan. And why are you here?
Because I'm gonna help Daddy with this game.
Oh, okay. We're gonna help Daddy review this game. All right. So, what is this game? What is the name of this game? Do you know it?
No.
No, you just like playing it. Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters is the game that we're going to review today. Now, this is a kids game, and I usually don't review kids games, but I thought that we would break the mold here a little bit because he likes being on here. He's really excited to be here, by the way. And so, whose game is this, by the way? Anyway,
It's mine.
it's your game.
Yes.
All right. So, how did you get it?
Okay, so it was my birthday,
Uh-huh.
and so we went to Toys R Us and we started to look at some toys, and then we found this one game, and I liked it.
And you liked it? You liked the way it looked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got really good artwork in it by Piero. He's one of my favorite artists from France. And stop throwing gang symbols, man. What's wrong with you? Just throwing gang signs up here. Anyway, let's get down to the table. I'll show you how it's played, and then we'll come back and give our thoughts on it afterwards. Okay? So in a game of Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters, you're basically going to be trying to pick up all of these gems and get out before all 6 of these haunting figures get put onto the board. And if the people who are working together manage to do that, then they win. If the 6th one of these haunt markers gets put onto the board, the game automatically is at an end with all the players having lost together. So it is a cooperative game, and it goes down to no less than 8 years old as far as people being able to play it. Now, my son Aedan plays it, and he's 7. He just turned 7, so there's some wiggle room there with that age limit. So basically, on your turn, you're going to first of all roll the movement die. The movement die is this guy right here. Some of the, most of the faces have that little ghost marker on it, but the 6 doesn't. So first thing you're going to do is roll the die, and you get to move the amount of, not pips, but the number on the die. So I roll the 6. I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to stop. Whenever you roll a number, you never have to move all the way to the maximum number of spaces it allows. You can move anywhere up to the number that you rolled. So I'm going to stop right here in room J, and that means that I'm going to be able to take this gem and put it into my backpack right here, because whenever you end your turn in a room with a gem, you can take it and put it into your backpack. Now remember, we're trying to get all these gems and get right back out the door. All right, so after I move, I'm going to reveal a ghost card. Now, the only time I do that, I don't actually do it right now because there's no ghost symbol, but if I had rolled anything that had the ghost symbol on it, then I would actually reveal a ghost card, and then I would pick up and drop off jewels, and then I would be able to fight any ghosts that are in this room. But since none of that else happened, all I did was I moved and I picked up a jewel, and now my turn's over with. So now the next person goes and they roll a 4. So Susie here rolls a 4, but there is a ghost card reveal. So we reveal the card, and this says that we put another ghost into the K room, which is right over here. Looks like the solarium or something to that effect. Now she's able to move up to those 4, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3, and she's going to end there. And she's also going to take this guy and put it right into her backpack like so. Now she is in a room at the end of her turn where there was a gem, and there's also a ghost. So at the end of her turn, she's going to fight that ghost, which means she's going to take this die, the one that only has the icons on it, and she's going to roll. If she gets a ghost symbol, she can remove that ghost from the board. If she rolls a haunt symbol and then nothing happens if she's fighting a ghost, and then there's also a blank die as well, which nothing would happen. Now, if she had rolled this blank die, nothing bad would have happened to her. She would have just been able to, had to have stopped doing actions, and then she would be done. Nothing bad happens to somebody if you fail at defeating a ghost. So that's the end of her turn. It goes to Johnny over here. He's going to roll. And, oh, wow, he rolled a 6 as well. So he's going to go a little bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to come out here like this. And he didn't roll a ghost card, so that's fine. Now he comes to Rico over here. I don't even know. I'm just picking these names at random. 1, 2, like that, which is kind of a that's a bad place to stop, but that's okay. No worries. But before we do that, we're going to flip over a card, and another ghost gets added to the H room, which is right over here, the sitting little library over there. And then he's going to move his 1, 2, like that. All right, so that's basically how a round goes. Now, there's a couple of other things that we want to go over. For example, if a room ever has 3 ghosts, for example, if there's 2 here already, when this H card comes up, a third one would be added. At that point, these are taken out, and that's put in there like that. That room is haunted. We are now 1/6 of the way to losing. All right, now you can fight haunts, and you can also fight ghosts. We already showed you fighting ghosts, but if you're in a room that has a haunt, you must have, first of all, 2 people in there. Only 2 people can fight together to defeat a haunt. When that happens, you're each going to roll a die, and if one of the red haunt markers come up, then you're able to remove that. You've successfully defeated the haunt marker, but he will be able to be added on later on if another room fills up. So generally speaking, the game will ebb and flow with people taking turns trying to get to all these different places to pick up the gems, fighting monsters or ghosts along the way, trying to keep these guys at bay. It's really kind of difficult because there are a number of these different cards in here. But if there is this card right here, if it comes up, you're supposed to take the discard pile and shuffle it back into the draw pile. So then these cards that have already spawned ghosts will come back and start spawning ghosts in the same place. Now, there are ways to make this game a little bit more difficult if you find that it is too easy. So for example, if you roll this and you have to flip over a guard marker, there are green locked doors and blue locked doors that can come into the deck as well. So if you're moving through here and a blue comes in, well, you can no longer go this way. You have to come out this way, and it'll just make it a little bit longer for you to get out. Same thing with the green locked doors as well. And then there are also cards that make you draw 2 and draw 3 cards. So what this basically means is that if this is the card that is, if one of these is the card that is drawn for your ghost card that comes up on the die, then you will have to draw this one, and then you have to draw 3 more and put those ghosts out. If you draw this one, of course, it's going to be 2 more cards and put those ghosts out. And then after both of those, you shuffle the discard pile back into the draw pile. And so with these cards in the deck, it makes the game much more difficult. Furthermore, another way that you can make it a little bit more difficult is each of these gems have numbers on the back sides of them. And so in the advanced game, you have to get the gems out in numerical order. So you can still pick up a gem that is not in numerical order, but taking them out and depositing them out here has to be done in numerical order. So Johnny over here has the 6 in his back pocket, so he can't actually take this out until the first 5 are out there, and then he'll be able to take it out. So there is that. You can put them down. The guys can only carry 1 gem at a time, so you really do have to work hard at seeing what's in there. Now, when you walk into a room, you can flip it over, and it shows you what number it is, so you don't have to pick up a gem blindly or anything like that. But that's basically how you play Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters. Now, let's get back up top. All right, so that's how you play Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters. You want to stand up? You want to sit down?
Sit down.
You want to sit down? Okay, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. All right. Well, no, you can't do whatever you want because you'll do something weird. All right. So, what did you think about the game? What do you like about it?
I like where you get the little diamonds and you can put it in your backpack.
You like the backpacks? You
Yeah.
like? What about the models for the characters? Did you like those?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like that they all have their own backpack and you could put the diamond in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's is it hard? Is it hard for you? Have you ever won the game?
I have one.
Don't lie.
I won it with mommy.
You beat it with mommy? You did? Are you lying?
I don't really remember.
You think you did though. Okay. Is it hard to play though, or is it easy?
It's easy.
It's easy to play, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to win,
Yeah.
but it's easy to play. And that's one of the cool things that I like about it because I like that it's cooperative. He doesn't like competitive games where we're fighting against each other
Yeah.
because
It's too hard.
we're better at it than he is, and he gets beat down all the time. But no, we have a great time with this one because it's cooperative. And that's one of the main things I like about it is that it is everybody's working together and nobody is trying to hurt somebody else. So that's a really cool thing about it. And that's a really important thing I think about kids games is that they need to do that. Not that competitive games are bad, but you like it because everybody's working together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about the ghosts? Were they scary?
Nah.
No, they're not scary, are they? They're just kind of very cartoony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the haunt things though? Were those guys scary? They're scarier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit more scary, but still, really high quality though, right? I mean, do you know what high quality means?
No.
No, you just shook your head because you thought you should, right? No, it's really good miniatures. Really nice. The ghosts are kind of this rubbery type feeling, and the haunt are a little bit harder plastic. So it's good that way. The artwork I already mentioned in the intro by Piero is great. I love his artwork, and he really makes the board pop really well. So what is how many times do you want to play this throughout the course of a week?
About
There's 7 days in a week now. Remember that. So how many times in 7 days would you like to play this game if you could?
about 20.
20 times? That's more than 2 times a day. Wow. You're going to have a hard time playing this game 20 times in 1 week, I think.
No, I won't.
You won't?
It's just gonna get me better and better at it.
Okay. All right. So if you could give thumbs up to this game, how many thumbs up would you give?
About 10 million.
10 million thumbs up. You like this game that much? Wow. That's a lot of thumbs. You're going to look kind of weird walking around with 10 million thumbs sticking out of your hand. Well, look, I'm going to give this, as a kid's game, 2 thumbs up. I really do enjoy it. I think it's great. I mean, for crying out loud, it did win the Kinderspiel in 2014, so that should tell you something. As far as Euro games are concerned, that is really the cream of the crop. That was a few years ago, though, so it is on an older side of the game, but if you can pick it up, it will be worth your while. I think your kids will enjoy it a lot. And it's not that bad. It's one of these games that I will really enjoy playing with him because I like that he can get into it just as much as I can get into it. So, do you have any final thoughts that you wanna tell everybody?
Well,
Should they go out and buy this game if they can find it?
yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about if they have somebody that's like, I don't know, your age in their house? Do you think they'd be able to handle it?
Yeah.
Learn how to play it like you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it. 10 million thumbs up from Aedan and 2 thumbs up for me for a family kid game. We'll see you guys on the flip side.